Okay, so we are going to do Game 6 of Angels at Red Sox. Angels, almost in the World Series. They only need one win out of 2 games. Will they be able to do it? That is the question we can partly answer here tonight. If they are not successful, they'll get another chance in Game 7. So there is Saunders pitching lefty for the Angels. Daisuke Matsuzaka for the Red Sox. We could have Irvin Santana go for the Angels. I guess I'm deciding to see if they can hold Santana back to start Game 1 of the World Series if they win this one. Josh Beckett is not available for this. He does not have a rating for a 3 days of rest. So here is your lineup for the Angels against Matsusaka. It's Figgins at third base, Ibar at second base, Teixeira first, Guerrero DH, Garrett Anderson left field, Torrey Hunter in center, Mike Napoli catching, Brandon Wood short, Gary Matthews Jr. in right. For the Red Sox, facing Saunders, it'll be Pedroia leading off at second, deciding to try him in the leadoff spot, see if that has any effect on the Red Sox performance. J.D. Drew in right. Then Jason Bay in left, David Ortiz DH, Youkilis first base, Jason Maritek catching, Mike Lowell third base, Jed Lowry shortstop, and Coco Crisp in center. All right, so we need to figure out our weather tonight. We do have dice, by the way. They're Farm 1. So we are Boston tonight. 11 will be an average night at Fenway. So singles will be easy to get. 19 for lefties, 15 for righties, and home runs. Wow, I guess the ballpark home runs have a little bit of a trouble at Boston. 1 for lefties, 4 for righties. So that is 2008. So I got dice. What I might need to get is my fan because it is. I have my dryer running. So give me a second while I do this. If I don't do this, I will be sweating like a banshee, and by the time this is over, I'll feel like I am ready to either die or wish I was ready to die. Hold on a moment. I am trying to get my logistics down here without having everything. Okay, that'll be better. A little bit of air movement goes a long way when you're sitting in a small room. Okay. Yes, Derek, I saw Gonzalez. He got a hit. I think he hit one the other way against the shift in Saturday's game, and I guess maybe that's not what they wanted out of him. Maybe he went against orders. I don't know. But here we are. So Adrian Gonzalez, I guess, is a free agent again, or at least on waivers. Derek wondered how Citi Field was. It was nice seats, 16 rows back and down the left field line in foul territory. So it was definitely in left-handed foul ball territory. If someone slices one the other way, and there were a couple that landed within a few rows of us, but nothing that was terribly gettable. The weather was nice. Actually relatively cool for what you might expect in June, and so yeah, Too many Yankee fans, but that's okay. No offense, Yankee fans, but the entire dice tower, it's just a box. I don't have a dice tower. I should make one. I actually was storing a couple decks of cards in it, and it may actually be I don't know. It could be meant for dice as sort of a something to roll into, or maybe it's just to store cards. But you could see it's getting beat up pretty good as I throw my dice against that wood. It's kind of getting the finish knocked off of it, but you know, you just make do with what you got. All right, so we already went through the lineups. Let's get going. Shone Figgins facing Matsusaka. Game 6, Angels win. They're in the World Series, and it would be a freeway series. So, against a righty, 1-9, a single opens up the inning for Figgins and the Angels. So, just to give a preview here, Matsusaka +3 hold with Veritek with a 0. So, a fair chance of stealing. In this case, you would end up with a 1-16 chance if he can get a lead. And so, let's see if he gets a lead. Thinking about hitting and running regardless, but let's see if he gets the lead. 8 will not. So, Hunter, and let's see what happens. 5-10. So we look off the pitcher's card. Batting from the left, that'll be a grid to short. Could still be a double play. That would be a heck of a turn of it. Lowry, 4E21, 4-12. He is able to get there, but the runner will advance. He makes the throw to first, and it is on an E21 and a 7. Accurate throw. He's able to get the out. 6-3, but the runner does advance. Teixeira with Figgins at second. Lefty 4-4. Fly ball to center field. Coco Crisp 2E3. 13. That will be underneath it. Will not be able to advance the runner as long as he doesn't make an error. And I believe a 6 on an E3 will be okay in center field. Let me double check. The out is made. Makes the squeeze. And Figgins heads back to second. 2 outs. Vlad Guerrero. 4-6 righty strikes him out to end the inning. So Boston puts the Angels and that opening single behind them, and Matsusaka has a pretty good first inning. Ohtani needs Tommy John. Ooh. Tell you, the Angels have been snake bitten ever since they had Trout. I mean, the guy's never had enough behind him or in front of him, if you will, to really take care of business and get them into contention. But that's a shame. And now they're, Houston's around and everything. That makes it even more tough with how well they've turned out. Okay, so Pedroia against Saunders. We've got to look off the hitter's left side of the card. 2-8. Grounded. Hot shot to second. Up with it will be Ibar, and he throws to first. So Ibar playing second because Howie Kendrick is injured for the playoffs. The rest of the playoffs. So, J.D. Drew, 5-4 against the lefty catcher X. Napoli 3, E3. So 3 and a 3 on the catcher card is going to be a ground out as long as he's able to avoid an error, and he does. So that's 2 outs. Jason Bay, righty 5-6. That's a tall pop-up, and it will be fielded by Wood. And Saunders gets a 1-2-3 inning to start. No score after 1. Well, I guess that's one strategy that, because I mean, a lot of times good good players who are durable get re-signed by their teams. The good players that are a bit injury prone are the ones that come available, and so you're able to get your hands on them, but then you just aren't sure whether or not they're going to be able to put in a full season for you. And I guess that's kind of what happened to the Angels here. But well, you got to try to put together a team somehow. And all right, Garrett Anderson facing Dice K. Ballpark single here, 1-4. Her lefty 1-19, so all but insured of a hit, and he will. So I was thinking of ballpark home runs, but ballpark single. So Garrett Anderson, not the swiftest runner. He might get a 2-out chance every once in a while, but now that's one thing I don't. I've thought about, and I never really brought up, is I've always wondered if you would be encouraged, if you're trying to do a replay, to always roll this regardless, to see if you get the 5 or 6, because then you would. Because I mean, in my case, I tend to play it, would I run with Anderson here? And I'm not going to do that with nobody out. Doesn't make much sense, but maybe you're supposed to try and get him a lead, and then he's going to end up with, if he gets that lead, in this case, he would end up with a 1-12 chance, which wouldn't be very good. Or by today's standard, it's not a good chance for that. But they're not holding Anderson on, so Torrey Hunter will come up. And another 3-4. This will be a fly ball to center field and caught by Crisp. Napoli, 6-6 righty, strikes him out. Brandon Wood, 2-10, grounder to second base. Pedroia, no problems, and that we could have tried stealing with Anderson, but I don't think. The only thing it might have done was prevented one of the guys from coming to the plate, because they might have thrown him out. So still no score going to the bottom of the second. Matsusaka having a much better outing than he has in recent games that we've seen here. He got knocked out after an inning and a third, or inning and 2/3, I think, in that first, game 2 of this series. So bottom of the second, big poppy grounder to short, just misses a home run chance. So Wood throws to Shera at first. Kevin Youkilis, righty 4-7, strikes him out. And I got to thank Phantomatic. I really think that, so his suggestion was, and I guess it's been researched, that you should just pick the dice up and roll it. And I do think that the more that I shake them, the more it seems like it must settle into some kind of a pocket, whereas I feel like if you just pick it up and roll, it kind of gets a bit more randomized. So I've been doing that more. I take a couple shakes and go 2-8, grounded to third, and that will be it. So Figgins without any issue there. And let's see, I missed picking up Bay's card at the bottom of the deck there before. So through 2, it's still 0-0. Okay, Matthews against Matsusaka. Lefty 4-8. 1-2 would be triple. 5, that'll be a fly ball caught by Crisp. Crisp has got 3 put out so far. Top of the order, Figgins 2-10, ballpark single, batting from the left. That is a 1-19 chance, only a 20. And so he's 2-for-2. He'll try to get a lead here with 1 out. 5 means he does get a lead. With Matsusaka's +3, that means it's going to be a 1-16 chance. And he does get the stolen base and a potential wild throw from Baratek. Throwing air 1-6. but no throwing error there. But so with 1 out, runner at second, and Ibar, you could try to get him to third here with a second stolen base, but they're going to let Ibar try to swing him home here. Lefty 5-6, he strikes out. And 2 outs, Teixeira. (3-9). Well, he'll draw a walk, so that brings up Vlad Guerrero. Vlad the Impaler, 2-5. That is going to be the anti-clutch pop-up caught by the shortstop, Lowry, and that will be it. So Vlad, the 2-5, is the old Omega. So, I don't know. It's kind of tough to see unless I turn my light, and that is hot. A little bit. So you can see there, the Omega, that's I call that anti-clutch. Clutch means that when you have, so clutch would be you had some kind of an out here with the Omega next to it, and that converts to a single with a guy in scoring position and 2 outs. But with somebody in scoring position, 2 outs, and you have a single that comes up with the Omega, that means it converts to a pop out. It's just a way for the game to differentiate a bit the way that hitters behave in clutch situations. So we tend to use that, and it comes in unfortunate for the Angels in that case. So Lowell, 4-11 righty, ballpark single. Righties 1-15, and it's an 11. So first hit off Saunders. Now Lowell, I think we're not going to try running with 1-4, and that's going to be a grounder to short, and that's going to be Wood to Ibar to Teixeira. Twin killing, and I want to clean that up just a little bit. I don't like mistakes. And that's 2 outs, so Boston fans let out a collective groan, and 2-5, a single for Coco Crisp, and that brings up Dustin Pedroia. So kind of like the way we had it before with Crisp in the leadoff spot. He now only with 2 outs here, but he gets a chance for Pedroia to knock him home, and now there's going to be a chance at a wild pitch here. 1-3, 20, so no. And Pedroia 2-8, grounded to second. That will be fielded by Ibar, and he throws to Teixeira for the 3rd out. 2 hits, no runs, 1 left. Derek says he saw that Vladimir's kid is injured. Well, sports are physical, and yeah, they cause guys to get hurt pretty often, I guess. Gone are the gone are the days of true durability, I would say. Garrett Anderson, lefty 4-4, fly ball to center. Coco Crisp, a 2 and a 2. That is going to fall in there for a single. And a 13 on an E3. I got to move this out of here so I have a little bit quicker access. No error, but leadoff single for Garrett Anderson. He's 2 for 2. And Torrey Hunter at the plate. Righty 4-8. Could be a double. 1-6. 14. Fly ball to center. Caught. Crisp, popular guy out there today with the fly ball. Mike Napoli. Righty 6-4. Grounded at third base. Could be 2. Lowell 2. E15. 2 and 12. He will have a chance to turn 2 at second base. Pedroia will, and 11 on the E15 makes the play. Side is retired. 5-4-3 on the scoring, and we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Still with no score. Let's see, what do we got here too? 407 until in AA until he got hurt. Yeah, they're the Buffalo sports guys were really talking up a storm about him because they were trying to decide when he should come up to the big club, and I guess now he won't be for a little while. So it'll be heart of the order here. J.D. Drew against Saunders. 1-3. He is hit by a pitch. Not the way you want to do it if you're Saunders. So Jason Bay. 3-7 and a walk. So getting a little out of control here. And it's going to bring up David Ortiz with 2 on and nobody out. No laying down the bunt here for Big Poppy. 4-11 against a lefty. That's a grounder to first. Somehow Ortiz is going to beat out this throw. Drew will advance, but it's a grounder to first B. So 3-6. Fielder's choice. Runners at the corners. With Youkilis at the plate, they'll play with the corners in. Want to try and turn 2 if they have a chance, and a potential balk. Saunders doesn't have a balk rating. So Youkilis, 5-10 righty, ballpark single. Righties 1-15. Will this open the scoring? And it does, a 14. It falls in there, and it's going to be only 1 base advance for Ortiz, but Drew comes home and a 1-0 lead for Boston in this do-or-die game for them. Veritek now first and second. 1 out. 1-6 strikes him out. And now Mike Lowell. Righty 4-5 strikes him out, and that will retire the side, but they do get 1. So Boston backs to the wall. They're sporting a 1-run lead here in the top of the 5th, with Matsusaka throwing much better than we've seen him. And it'll be Brandon Wood. Pretty light hitter here. 2-7. Fly ball to center field. Caught by Crisp again. Matthews Jr. 1-11. Grounded to first base. And easy play made by Youkilis. No help from the pitcher. Chone Figgins, 2-10. Ballpark single for a guy hitting from the left, 1-19. And he'll try to steal with 2 outs. Can't get a good lead, though. So 10 plus 3 is 13. 1-13, he'll try to steal, and he is thrown out. That will end the inning. So no runs, 1 hit, 2 out hit, and he is thrown out on the base paths. So Saunders back out to work, bottom of the 5th. Jed Lowry, 5-4 from the right side, catcher X. Napoli, 19 on the catcher X. That'll be a grounder. So a little nubber in front, and he will make the play on that. Crisp, 5-9 against a righty. Normal power, 1-10 home run, and it's going to stay in. It'll be a double. Takes it the other way, and it, actually, no, he goes with it, and it clangs off the green monster, and with his speed, he has no trouble motoring into second before that throw played perfectly out there by Garrett Anderson gets there. So runner at second with 1 out, and it'll be Pedroia 110, and that's a ballpark home run. 110, but you need a 1-4 on this one, and it will be caught in left field by Anderson. 2 outs, and it will be J.D. Drew, hit by a pitch in the 4th. His only chance of reaching. 5-9 lefty. That's a single to left. They're going to send him single to left. Drew, actually it's Chris, 17, taken all the way up to 19. Well, actually 20 because he wasn't being held either. So up to 20, and then left fielder's +1. So a 1-19 chance. They're just going to let him score, and he's going to go to second. Or they're going to throw to second to keep Drew from advancing. So 2-0, Boston ahead with Jason Bay, but they wanted to make sure Drew wasn't in scoring position. 1-9 strikes out to end the inning. Another single run, 2-0 Boston. So, 6th inning. Matsusaka pitching him. Very good game. He's sprayed 5 hits so far. And has not bitten him yet. Eric Ibar leading off. 1-9, a strikeout plus an injury. Well, that's going to be tough. Let's see what this injury amounts to. 10. That'll be a 2-game injury for him, so he'll be out the rest of the series. So, going to need to take a look at their options here. I'm going to address this right now, so that way we've got, so it's going to be Quinlan that comes in. So let's do this right away. Third base in the 6th inning, and that's going to necessitate Figgins moving to second base as well, and that will change the numbers a bit, so I'll do this right now. So I cross out Ibar. So Quinlan is a 4E22 at third with a 12 running. Figgins' running doesn't change, but his fielding stats do, and he is a 4E17 at second. Okay, so Teixeira now at the plate with 1 out. Against a righty, struck him out, 2-9. 2 strikeouts in a row for Matsusaka. Yes, Larry, the Angels have been decimated by injuries here. Shortstop and Lowry makes the play. Let me just check. Ibar definitely susceptible to injuries. So I got to write this down here. Okay, well, I need to put this chart here in a way that I can read it without having to. All right, bottom of the 6th. Getting ready for that. Dang. Sometimes you just can't buy luck. You know what I mean? Oh, I've got everything falling around. I'm losing all my charts off of here. It's just a fun night at the ballpark. We'll get here. Okay. Now they're going to stick with Saunders, even though he hasn't been as effective as you might hope. But he's this is his inning of weakness, and facing the lefty Ortiz. Might as well stick with him. So lefty 5-8, a single for Ortiz, and the Angels are going to have to start looking to their pen. Spire will get warmed up. Kevin Youkilis would love a double play here. Righty 5-7, fly ball to center field, caught by Hunter, and now Jason Varitek. 7, a 1-5 double. 13, that's also caught by Hunter, and Ortiz will stay put. And now Mike Lowell. 4-7, strikes him out, and Saunders survives the 6th. And Spire may stay up here. We'll see. Have to decide. All right, so Anderson 2 for 2, top of the 7th, 2-run deficit for the Angels, and Matsusaka. He was in danger in the 5th and 6th inning of being tired. He's a 5th inning weakness guy, but he gave up 2 hits in the 5th, which didn't qualify him, and then 1 hit in the 6th means that he's still okay, although this will probably be the end of it for him. So the Red Sox are going to get look at Del Carmen and Lopez warming up. And so Garrett Anderson, 2-9 against a righty, strikes him out. Torrey Hunter, another 2-9. This is going to be better for them, though. 1-3 triple, 11. So that's a single. With 1 out, Hunter will try to get a bag. Can't get the lead, though, so he'll stay put. Napoli continues his at bat. 2-6. This one is way, way out of here, and the game is tied up. Matsusaka finally gets turned on, and this game is all knotted up at 2. And they will stick with Matsusaka for the time being, but wait a second, what was I saying? Matsusaka, I was looking at the wrong side of the card. He wasn't in danger. It was actually, this was actually the other side, so don't worry about it. But now he is in big danger if he gives up another hit. So with 1 out, Brandon Wood, 6-12 righty, grounder to first. Youkilis 1-E6, 1-1. He's lucky nobody's on base, because that ends up being a grounder that he can field, and that'll be an out. So, and my comment field went away. Okay, so with 2 outs, Gary Matthews Jr., 6-8, batting from the left side, 1-4, a single, and it's a 1. And that is going to bring about, a pitching change. So with Figgins up, they will go with the, they'll go with Lopez here. So Matthews Jr., he is speedy enough to take a bag, but Lopez much better at holding runners. So I think with 2 outs, you know what? Matthews will try to get a lead. Worst case scenario is that he gets thrown out. But So Figgins to the plate with a runner at first and 2 outs. 5-6 batting from the right, and that's a walk. Runner to scoring position. That brings up Rob Quinlan in his first at-bat for the injured Ibar. Oh, wait, that was a 2. Well, we can go 2 and then, hold on. I messed up. We can use the 2. It's a balk rating. Lopez does not have a balk rating, so we're going to re-roll this. I caught the 2 on the D20 a little late there. 5-4 righty. Catcher X, that will be Veritek 1 and 3. Could be a wild pitch. It's going to be a wild pitch, and the runners are going to advance a base, so... And so Quinlan's still at the plate with 2 outs. Right, 2 outs. Yes, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. 2-7 strikes him out to end the inning. So tied up. All square. Matsusaka gets touched up. And yeah, they're going to have to go to their bullpen here. They're going to go with Spire. Facing Jed Lowry. They could make a move to Cora, but they're going to stick with Lowry for now. Batting from the left side, 5-7. A 1-7 would be a double. And it's a 10, so they luck out there. It is grabbed on the run by Anderson for an out. 5-8 from the left side, grounder to second. Well, here's Figgins with his 4E17, 4 and 8. He gets to it with nobody on base. And a 9 on an E17. That should be an out, and it is. So, no problems for Figgins on that. 2 outs, Dustin Pedroia. 1-6, that'll be a double. That's going to go for a while. And now J.D. Drew with that runner in scoring position. 3-9 ballpark home run. Of course, for a lefty, he needs a 1. That's a 5. That'll be caught. Dies on the track. And no runs, 1 hit. Runner stranded at second. We'll go to the 8th. Will this be an extra inning game? So they will go to Del Carmen here. The Red Sox will. To face Teixeira, Guerrero, and the Red Sox will get Okajima warming up just in case they get to Anderson with some kind of difficult situation. 1-8 ballpark home run for Mark Teixeira. 1-4. One of these could come true eventually. 1-4. But it's a 20. That'll be caught. So dies out deep. Vlad Guerrero. Righty 5-6 strikes him out. Garrett Anderson. 1-7. Grounded to second. So a 1-2-3 inning delivered by Del Carmen. Red Sox are going to get Papelbon warming up just in case they take the lead, or in case they would use him in the top of the 9th. Either way. And it's going to be Arredondo for the Angels to pitch at least 1 inning here. So Bay, 2-5 strikes out. Ortiz, 1-9 strikes out. You'll take that if you're Arredondo. 2 hitters card rolls and 2 strikeouts. Euclid, 3-5, 1-5, a home run. 15 will be a double, so trouble here. They're due something off Arredondo's card. Here's Veritek. 3-4, they still can't get it. This is going to score a run. 1 is a home run. Oh, and it's gone. Home run, Jason Veritek. What the? What the? And that gives them a 4-2 lead. Gives the Red Sox, Boston fans, jumping out of their seats. Crazy. It is crazy. Taking Arredondo deep, gets the better of him, and he gets 4 batter's card pitches in a row. Here's Lowell. Now he finally gets one. 6-6 righty, strikes him out, but the damage done. Strikes out the side, but a double and a homer in between, and Papelbon will come in to try and get the save. And the Angels have the bottom of the order coming up, so might have to make a move to the bench. But Papelbon will come in, and if it's going to be a freeway series, they're going to need some kind of heroics here. And let's see. They will, the Red Sox are going to make a substitution. They will bring in Cora, shortstop. So, real quick, oops. The 1 weak link is Lowry, 3E22. All right, so Papelbon facing Hunter. They have Kendrys Morales on the bench. They have Juan Rivera on the bench, so they have some bats. They may not have a shortstop to use, but we'll do what we have to do. Torrey Hunter. They need 2 runs to tie, 3 to go ahead. 5-5 righty, strikes him out. 1 out. Red Sox Nation on their feet, wanting this to go to Game 7. Mike Napoli, 5-6. That's a strikeout. And there's all of the pitcher's roles that Arredondo could have used, and now Brandon Wood is not going to hit here. They will call on Juan Rivera here. So Juan Rivera, it's going to be righty-righty. Could have been Morales, but they're going to put it in the big guy's hands here. 2 outs. Any chance? 2-4. Oh, no. 2-4. That is in the middle of some good stuff, but that is a grounder to second base. That'll be picked up by Pedroia, thrown to first. And that will be it. 1-2-3 inning for Papelbon. Red Sox pull a Game 7 by a 4-2 victory. Matsusaka doesn't factor in the decision. The win will go to Manny Del Carmen. Loss to Jose Arredondo, hard luck loser, and the save to Papelbon. We'll have a Game 7. But, hey, you can't win them all. And this is an awfully even series. Now, what I am worried about is the number of injuries in the middle infield for the Angels. So, I don't know what we can do about that. Let me see. We've got Wood at short. He's going to have to play short. And then you got Figgins, and then you've got Quinlan. So that's kind of your, that's basically your, that's your infield. You could take Juan Rivera at second base. He's got a horrible range. Let's see, do they have anybody else that they could call up? Sean Rodriguez, I suppose. I have to look and see if Meiser Asturis is available for them or not. I'm guessing not, but well, we'll make it work out. I mean, Ibar would be back for the World Series either way. So here is your final score, 4-2. Again, the winner, Manny Del Carmen, picking up 1 inning to get the win as your hero, Jason Varitek, pops another timely home run for Boston. Loss goes to Jose Arredondo. And then Papelbon for your save. Yeah, I'll probably do this tomorrow night. I said I was going to do it this one Sunday night, and I was so beat. I underestimated how much that would take out of me. You know, taking that trip to the north. Well, if there's anything good for the Angels is that they've got Irvin Santana going, but they also have, the Red Sox have Beckett, who is pretty good for them too. So Ibar is out for one more game, and if they don't come back and win the next one, it won't really matter. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to sign off. Good game here. Fun game. I really want to get back to golf, but this weekend I'm going to be away. So, again, actually, there's going to be a lot of away weekends this month. But see if we can work something in, because the U.S. Open's coming up here shortly. So anyway, yeah, thanks, Larry. You're welcome for this broadcast. I hope I got the calls right here. I think it was pretty reasonable. The trip to New York was great. I love being able to visit New York. I think I would probably go crazy living there, but to visit and walk around and ride the subway and you know, just absorb it all. I had pizza twice up there, which is good. You know, would have liked some other stuff, but I didn't have much time in Manhattan, so I'm gonna have to go back there again one of these days to you know, hit up Chinatown, or you know, I have a couple friends up there that could sort of usher me around to the best places. Obviously, it's an amazing place for food and for music. And well, anyway, thanks everybody. If you could hit the like button on this video, that would be great. It helps just keep us moving in the right direction, spirit-wise, as far as the videos go. I mean, we don't do it just for that, but we do it for, I mean, we love these projects ourselves, but it does give us an idea of what videos are liked better and which ones aren't, and we'll just kind of keep going in the direction, I mean, we'll go in the direction we partly go in the direction we want to go, but, I mean, it can give some indication of where some pockets of stuff may be and everything, so we just appreciate it. So anyway, see you soon, probably tomorrow night for Game 7, and we'll just see what happens. This is going to be interesting. Dodgers are going to get a little rest here with another game between these two teams. So see you then.